Let us begin by understanding the features of verbal language. First and foremost, language is a system. It consists of sounds, words, and the organized way these are put together to form meaning. Moreover, language is symbolic. This means words represent objects, actions, emotions, and ideas. For instance, the word heart may symbolize love or care. In addition, language is conventional. It is agreed upon and shared by members of a particular group or culture. That's why we can understand each other, because we follow the same patterns. Finally, language is learned. We are not born knowing it. We absorb it from the people and culture around us, especially during childhood. With these four features, we begin to see that verbal communication is not random. It's structured, shared, and purposeful. Now that we understand the features of language, let's move on to how we apply it through rules. One of the essential rules is syntax, which governs how we arrange sounds into words and words into sentences. This is what gives structure and flow to our speech and writing. Next is semantics, the study of meanings. Words carry denotative meanings, which are literal, and connotative meanings, which are emotional or implied. To master communication, we must be aware of these rules, how words are ordered and what meanings they hold in different contexts. Aside from syntax and semantics, communication also demands competence. Let's explore what that means. Communication competency involves using words sensibly, choosing language that fits the situation. It also includes understanding connotations, the emotions and associations behind words. Furthermore, we must use language that is appropriate to the communication framework, whether we're speaking formally or casually. And of course, we should constantly enrich our language by expanding vocabulary and improving fluency. These habits help us communicate effectively in any setting. To gain a deeper understanding, let's now look into the subsystems that make up verbal language codes. Verbal language operates using codes, a system of letters, words, and signs. These are governed by four main subsystems. First, phonology. This is the sound system of a language, concerned with how sounds are produced and organized. Second, semantics, as we've discussed, focuses on meaning. Third, syntax deals with sentence structure, the order and connection of words. And lastly, pragmatics studies how context affects communication, how the same words might mean different things depending on the situation or the people involved. Together, these subsystems ensure our communication is both meaningful and functional. While verbal language relies on words, communication isn't limited to speech or writing. This brings us to our next topic, nonverbal language. Nonverbal language is communication without words. It's symbolic, representational, and often just as powerful, if not more, than spoken language. This type of communication is sometimes called artificial language. Why? Because it uses all elements of expression except words. It helps us express emotions, attitudes, and even our social identity through actions, expressions, and gestures that speak volumes. To understand nonverbal communication better, let's take a closer look at the various symbols it uses. Nonverbal communication includes a wide range of symbols, such as 1. Facial expressions, like smiling, frowning, or raising eyebrows. 2. Gestures, such as waving, nodding, or pointing. 3. Paralinguistics, the tone, pitch, and volume of your voice. 4. Body language, posture, movement, and stance. 5. Proxemics, the physical distance you maintain between people. 6. Eye gaze, eye contact, or the lack of it. 7. Haptics, communication through touch, like a handshake or pat on the back. 8. Appearance, How your clothing, grooming, and overall look send messages. 9. Artifacts. Objects or personal belongings that say something about you, like jewelry, bags, or gadgets. Each of these plays a role in helping us convey messages without ever saying a word.